Yeah. Hi, students. And this is Dr. Badrinath. And in this video, we will see the different types of pharmaceutics project works. Okay. So which type of project work, which area in the pharmaceutics itself, which area we have to select, which area we have to start, either it is necessary or unnecessarily. Okay. That type of different ideas that we will see in this video. Okay, this is for B Pharmacy, M Pharmacy, and also PhD for PhD students also. Okay, yeah, right. So when you start, before starting the project work, see here, before starting the project work, there are mainly 4 basic starting points are there. Okay, here it tells you either you are selecting necessarily or unnecessarily you are doing a project work. That clearly it explains here. Okay, so 4 basic points you have to keep in your mind. These 4 points are called as a starting points. Okay, number of points are there. Majorly 90% of the Sutix projects works are from this only, from this area. 4 areas that we will see now. First one is the BCS classification. Keep in your mind, BCS classification. Okay, here this type of classification, you can find the many drugs having a solubility problems. Okay, for them you have to improve, you can improve the solubility. Okay, and permeability problems also. BCS classification describes the 2 types of problems. One is solubility problems, permeability problems. Which drugs is having a solubility problem, which drug is having a permeability problem, that and all I will give you a list. Okay, so based on that you can start that area. You can improve the solubility, you can improve the permeability. Okay, next you come to the second one, less biological half-life. See, most of the drugs are suffering with the low biological half-life, less than 4 hours, less than 5 hours, less than 10 hours. For them, you can go for sustained release action. Sustained release, you can go for controlled release tablet, zero order release tablets, whatever you want. You can be go for controlled release, sustained release. Long time you can be go for that. Okay, that is a less biological half-life drugs only. Don't go for high biological half-life drugs for a sustained release. And number 3, this is a high first pass metabolism. See, we know that first pass metabolism, we know very well, most of the drug will be degraded in the liver itself during the first pass problem. For them, what we have to do? What is the solution for that? Which type of Sutix areas are suitable for those drug candidates? That and all we will discuss. And the last one is the bitter test. Bitter test, we know very well, we have to mask the taste. Otherwise, we cannot prepare a chewable tablets for them, bitter drug. So these are the majorly 4 types of the 90% of Sutix projects comes under this only. First, we will see the BCS classification system. First area, super area. This is excellent, marvelous area. Okay, almost all the drugs are suffering with that 4 points. What I have shown here, all drugs. See, now, biopharmaceutical classification system. All the drugs are classified here according to the pharmaceutics. See, in the chemistry, how we are dividing the classifying the drugs based on their structure. Either it is a consists of a pyramidal ring, or it is consists of a alkaloidal ring, or it consists of a steroidal ring. Based on that only we are classifying. In pharmacology, we are classifying the drugs according to their mechanism of action, like a beta 1 blockers, beta 2 blockers, like that we are mentioning. We are dividing the classification. In pharmaceutics, how you are dividing? In pharmaceutics, you are dividing the drugs based on solubility and permeability. That is very, very important. This question was appeared in number of times in the interviews, company interviews. That point you have to keep in your mind. Number of, in the interview panel member, they were asked number of times. Now we will see, this is the solubility, this is the permeability. Very easy to remember. Okay, see here, this is low here, it is high here. It is also low here, it is a high here. Okay, high. These two are very important for proper drug dissolution and proper drug absorption. We know very well. These two are essential. Solubility and permeability are essential. Now we will see class 1 drugs. Don't change. Class 1 means class 1, you fix it. Don't change class 1 to class 2, class 2 to class 3. No, no, no. Class 1 always you have to write here. This is the first place. See here, see the height. This is having a high permeability. See, very easy to remember, high solubility, first rank. And also see the solubility, high solubility. That's why here high solubility, see the curve here. This is a high solubility, high permeability, class 1 drugs. Okay, good. First rank, you can keep in your mind. For these type of drugs, high soluble drug, high permeable drug need not to be improved solubility, need not to be improve the permeability. It is waste only. It is a waste project. If you are doing for these type of project, class 1 drugs, don't go for solubility improvement. Don't go for permeability improvement. Okay, it is always high permeable, high soluble. Need not at all need. Next, you come to the class 2 drugs. Class 2 drugs, see here, solubility. Where is this place, class 2? See here, here. Solubility. See, low solubility. Okay. Permeability, top. High permeability. Okay. So, like that, high permeability. So, for these type of class 2 drugs, you can improve the solubility. Permeability improvement is not at all necessary here, not at all requirement. Class 2 drugs needs only solubility improvement. Okay. Now, you come to the class 3. This class 3, where this position, see, high solubility. So, high solubility, permeability is low. For class 3 drugs, permeability you can improve because poor permeability is there. Permeability is essential. For you can select the drug from class 3 drugs and you improve the permeability, you will get excellent project. Your project will be marvelous. Your project will be excellent. And now you come to the class 4 drugs. See the position. See, this is low solubility, low permeability. Both are low. This is also low. For this type of project, you can improve the solubility and you can improve the permeability also. Both you can improve. Okay. Either you can improve only solubility or only permeability you can improve for class 4 drugs, or you can improve the both. If it is a PhD level or you want to do a depth project work, you improve the solubility first and again you improve the permeability. So you make it into a class 1 drug, class 4 drug, you are converting into class 1 drug. See how your dosage form, you are designing like that. Your dosage form, you are designing such a condition that your tablet is highly soluble, highly permeable for class 4 drug. You will get award for that. Okay, like that. Based on solubility, based on permeability. I will give you now only few drugs, almost nearly important drugs. You can take a screenshot for this. Class 1 drugs. See, these are the class 1, top 1 rank. See, how to remember? Very easy. Class 1 drugs means first rank. Class 4 means very big rank, no? So, low solubility, low permeability. Class 2 is a second. Slow solubility second. Like that, easily you can remember. Slow soluble second. Like that. Okay. So this is the class 1 drug. Don't go for improvement of solubility, improvement of permeability for class 1 drugs. Don't go. Class 2 drugs, suffering with the slow solubility. So you can improve any from this one, any drug you can be take. Still more number are there. You can go in Google it, you number it, you just go to all websites wherever you want to search it. Okay, you go to the journals and you find out class 2 drugs. Number of class 2 drugs are there. From these drugs, you can be select the any one drug and you can improve the solubility. Find out either research work is already done on that or not. That and all you have to be go through. First, you select the what is the feasibility of your drugs, either availability, feasibility. That and all you have to be check and you can class 2 drug improve the solubility. Very good project. That is B Pharmacy level. It is good. For M-Pharmacy level, you can go for either class 2 drug or class 3 drug also you can go. It is better. I will suggest class 3 drug. Permeability improvement. Class 3 drugs. These are the list of drugs. Acyclovir. Very important drugs are there. There are almost all drugs are suffering with the either 4 type of area what I have told. Okay, see acyclovir. Very important drug. Atropine, captopril, ciprofloxacin. Very good antibiotic. Permeability problem is there. These are the class 3 drugs. But however, they have a solubility is good. Don't go for solubility improvement for these type of drug. Class 4 drug, you can select, you can improve solubility or permeability or both solubility and permeability. Okay. Now, these are the solubility enhancement technique for class 2 drugs. Class 4 also you can do solubility enhancement. Number of techniques are there. Only I gave the few here. Major areas I have given, because Sutix project we cannot discuss in one video. Complex, see here, solubilizing agents you can use, modifying the crystal habit, use of surfactant, co-crystallization, complexation with polymers, use of salt form, converting into salt form, you will give a excellent solubility. And sonocrystallization, use of co-solvent or hydrotropy method, supercritical fluid, solvent deposition, micronization, nanoionization, see here, drug dispersion in the carrier, spray freezing, number of techniques are there. You can select any one method in which area it was less for your selected drug. You select the drug, for that you can select the area in which area less work done. Like that you can be select. These are the solubility enhancement techniques. Now permeability enhancement. Number of examples. See, oleic acid. These are the permeation enhancers. Enhancer. See, acyclovir, I have told you in class 3 drug, acyclovir. Acyclovir, when you combine with oleic acid or octanol, any one of this, urea, it improves the permeability. So your project will become a super success. You can cut the intestine artificial, not artificial, from your goat or chicken mutton. From that you can get the intestine. You hang it the intestine in the chamber, okay, and you can give the drug alone, and also drug with oleic acid. You can find out from how much drug is absorbed into the intestine. Number of interesting works you can be done with the permeability enhancement. Okay, you can use simply Chain cell also. Chain cell are available. That chain cells also you can do for permeation enhancement. Now, skin permeation also, permeation from GIT also, gastrointestinal tract, from intestine, from stomach. Okay, you can use the intestine. Okay, right. These are the permeability enhancers. Number of permeation enhancers are there. In tablet, you have to combine. Okay, poor permeable drug acyclovir plus oleic acid. You make a tablet. You make a tablet. See the permeation. Compare with the only acyclovir alone tablet in the market one, you improve it. Now, less biological half-life. This is the second area. Biological half-life means it becomes a half. So time taken by the drug. See, initially when you have given a drug, 100% you have given, okay. It after first half-life, it will become a half. Again, after second half-life, it becomes half of this. And again, after third half-life, it becomes half of this. Like that, it go on reducing, it becomes, that is called a half-life. See, keep in your mind, half-life is different for different drugs. All the drugs do not have a same half-life. That point is very, very important. Even though you are making sustained release formulation, you cannot improve the biological half-life. It is not at all possible. Not at all possible. Once the drug is entered into the systemic circulation, biological half-life we cannot change. However, you can make the formulation sustained release. So the drug is releasing slowly in the stomach. So slowly it is absorbing. So even though half-life is less, no problem at all. No problem. Because instead of taking a frequently tablets, every 3 tablets per day, 4 tablets per day, instead of taking that, if you prepare a sustained release problem, 1 tablet is enough. Daily 1 tablet. See here, these are all the half-life, less half-life. See, 0.25 aspirin, salicylate, and celecoxib, diclofenac. Okay, like that. Number of drugs and half-lives. See, ibuprofen is having half-life only 2 hours only. Ibuprofen in the body, every 2 hours it become half. Every 2 hours, it become half. For such a type of thing, you have to take a 3 to 4 times a tablet. See here, quarter in day, 4 times you have to take tablet. Instead of that, you prepare a sustained release formulation of ibuprofen. So 1 tablet is enough per day. Like that, you make it 24 hours releasing. 24 hours, the tablet ibuprofen is releasing slowly from your stomach or from the intestine. Drug is absorbing slowly. Instead of taking 4 tablets per day, patient will feel very happy, very comfort. Okay, if biological drugs, see, drugs with a half-life less than 10 hours, then only you can go for sustained release. If the drug is having a half-life more than 20 hours, more than 25 hours, not at all required sustained release formulation. No need, not at all required. Don't go for such a type of things, because half-life is more already. Okay, see here, Nabumetone. Nabumetone is having a 26 hours half-life. Daily one tablet is more than enough for them. More than enough. Not at all required for those type of, sir, nobody did Nabumetone project work. Nobody did, sir, sustain release project. That area I have searched so that we will start the project work in the Nabumetone. Not at all required. Why? Half-life is more than 26 hours. See, sustained release techniques, number of techniques are there. Here we can see one basic technique, that is matrix type. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these are the matrix only. API is entrapped inside this. So it will be style of breakdown. How this is breakdown, how it is releasing sustainedly. It is a matrix type reservoir. Matrix type, not reservoir type. Here you can see the reservoir type. 4 types are there. How drug is in the, just like in the reservoir, slowly it is releasing. Number of techniques are there. Here only I am showing the few one for your idea. Half-life, less half-life, sustained release. Solubility less, improve solubility. Permeability less, improve the permeability. Taste is less, taste masking, bitter. You mask the bitter taste. You can improve this one like that. As per that, you have to go. These are the number of sustained release polymers. Insoluble, which are inert polymer, insoluble, erodible polymer, hydrophilic polymer. These are the number of polymers you can be use it for sustained release formulation for those having a less biological half-life. So this is actually a problem with conventional dosage form. You know that this is a maximum safe concentration. This is a minimum effective concentration. So you have to maintain the plasma drug concentration in this area only. How to maintain? See here. Dose. First, initially they have given, it is increased because of half-life, it is reduced again. Again, the dose is taking. See here, again, dose you have to give second dose. So you have to improve. So it is becoming less. Again, you have to give the dose. Like that, you are maintaining the dose like this. Number of doses you require. See, nearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doses are required to bring to into the therapeutic window area. See how instead of that, single tablet also you can design like that. High load you can be put. This is called a, see here, only one tablet at a time you have given a dose. That's it. You didn't give a dose. Drug is releasing slowly, slowly, slowly. Drug will be there in the GIT for 24 hours only. 24 hours you get. After 24 hours, the tablet will not reside there. It will be come out with fecal matter. If you want to release the drug more than 24 hours, you can go for mucoadhesive tablets. So it go and stick onto the intestine. It go and stick in the stomach and it releases the stool. Even though there was a gastric motility, it will not be come out. Mucoadhesive sustained release tablets. If you want more than 1 day. Yeah, this is. If you want sustained release formulation more than 24 hours, because within 24 hours, everything will be released out along with the fecal matter. It go and stick just like a gum. See, drug plus mucoadhesive polymer, if you bind it, it go into the stomach and it gets stick on. It will be there for 2 hours, not 2 hours, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. How you have designed, it will be there in the stomach itself. If you want to design, it will be go and stick on the intestine also. Mainly stomach we are targeting. Okay, see how the tablet will go and will stick on that. So it enters into the somewhat little bit mucus area. It enters into, not completely, it go on stick firmly. Firmly it sticks. Okay, so number of mucoadhesive polymers are there. These polymers make your tablet to stick onto the stomach. Number of polymers, biodegradable, biocompatible, synthetic, natural polymers. See the area, which polymers already used, which polymer not used, which drugs already did, which drugs not did, like that. Okay, go through extensively, go through the area. And another biggest problem is the third area, that is a high first pass metabolism. I have already made a video on that first pass metabolism. You can be watch it. This is the problem. Drugs which are absorbing from the stomach and the intestine, large intestine, it go to the first pass. It goes to the first liver. Then only it enter into the blood. See here, blood. First pass. This is called a first pass. Directly they cannot enter into the systemic circulation. That is the biggest problem. So most of the drugs are here in the first pass itself. Most of the drug will be degraded by the enzymes which are present here. That's why what you have to do, you can prepare a sublingual tablet, because the blood vessels which are coming from here, it enters directly into the systemic circulation. From rectum also, suppositories. Suppositories bypasses the liver. Directly it enters into systemic circulation. Very good, excellent. So those drugs which are suffering with the first pass metabolism, you can go for transdermal patches, you can go for buccal tablets, you can go for rectum. Okay, suppositories, here I have mentioned transdermal patches, buccal patches, suppositories are required only for those undergo the first pass metabolism. Okay. Yeah. These are the drugs with high first pass metabolism. See, nitrates, hydrocortisone, lignocaine, propranolol, salbutamol. High biggest problem of the highly deteriorated in the first pass itself before entry into the systemic circulation. Acetaminophen, acetyl salicylic acid, alloprenol, number of drugs are there. High first pass metabolism. So better to go for buccal tablets for all these type. You can reduce the dose also. 50% you can reduce the dose. Yeah. Last one is the bitter area. That is this area, bitter taste. Most of the drugs are incompatible in taste, bitter in taste, just like a neem leaf. So this is the area, bitter area, which on the tongue. This only mainly senses the bitter taste. So children will not take these type of tonics or syrups. Wherever they will feel, they will feel. In syrups, children syrup, cough syrup, or drops, oral drops for children, especially for children, or chewable tablets, they will feel, they cannot feel comfort while taking. So they will not take medicine, they will throw it. So disease will not be cured. For such a cases, what you have to do, you can mask the taste. That is also possible. So bitter taste, these are all the drugs which are bitter in nature. Ibuprofen, quinine, celecoxib, etoricoxib, levofloxacin, penicillins, all these drugs are ofloxacin, piperazine, norfloxacin, ofloxacin. See how number of drugs are there. All these drugs are suffering with the bitter taste. You have to mask the taste. You can make a very good, excellent chewable tablet or excellent tonic syrup, which are very sweet. Like that, you can be prepared. And these are the taste masking agents. Bitter taste, you can mask with the lemon or orange, cherry, grapefruit, raspberry, lime, coffee. Or if it is a sour taste, you can mask with these things. If it is a salty taste, you can mask. Mainly bitter is the main problem. You can mask the bitter taste. For example, see ibuprofen. Air suspension coating they have given. Methyl acrylic acid copolymer they have used. All these polymers mask the tastes. Okay, Utrazit E, 100, Chitosan, hydrogenated oil, surfactant, Utrazit, all these things are polymers used to mask the taste. Right? Okay, so these are the major areas. 90% of the things will be, these are the polymer may be changed or another technique may be changed, but area we are from 90% of these drugs only, this area only. Okay, I will stop here. So in my playlist, I have kept all my videos that you can be watching.